Hello, I'm Arun.
And I'm Matt. We're here to tell you about our new game, Picture Postcards.
It's great to be traveling again after a few years of staying home.
I suppose that's what inspired us to come up with the game.
In Picture Postcards, you play as a traveler who goes on vacation and sends postcards back to your friends.
However, your only options are poorly made postcards, and in the mailing process, the front parts, the sides of the pictures where you traveled, got separated from the back parts, the sides where you wrote your message.
And you weren't the only one who bought one of these cheap separating postcards. There's a lot of postcard fronts and backs, all mixed up at the post office.
We're going to blame the supply chain for this problem.
But all is not lost. The friends you sent the postcards to are gathering at the post office, and with the help of the postmaster, they're going to try to match each postcard with its message.
This is a cooperative game, so we're all working together. Let's go through a round of picture postcards to see how the game works.
Each player takes a stamp token in their color. The player who most recently mailed a letter starts out as the postmaster and takes the postmaster stamp. Place the dead letter office tile off to the side.
Lay out a word card globe. Finally, deal one face-down postcard to each player. You're ready to begin.
Each player should secretly look at their postcard. This is the place where they traveled.
Now it's time to write the message on your postcard. You're having such a good trip that you don't have time to write a long message, just a single word.
Look at the globe of word cards and find the word that best connects with your postcard location. Put your stamp token on that word card.
For example, let's say my postcard is from the Grand Canyon. I might place my stamp token on Deep, or maybe Dusty. Hang on, I need a minute to think.
All players are writing their postcards at the same time. It's okay if more than one player puts their stamp token on the same word card, and it doesn't matter who places first.
Now, maybe you can't find a positive connection between your postcard location and any of the word cards. That's okay. You can always flip your stamp token over to the cancel side and write a message about something that's not connected to your location.
Here's another example. If my postcard was from the Mall of America, I might flip my token over and place it on vacant. The Mall of America is a lot of things, but I don't think of it as vacant.
Once everyone's done writing their postcard, it's time to match postcard pictures to their messages.
Start with the player to the left of the postmaster. They're the traveler. Deal them 3 additional face-down postcards and shuffle them together with their original postcard.
Now flip them over one by one. The postmaster reads aloud each location.
One of these postcards matches the message the traveler wrote, the word card where they placed their stamp token. But which postcard is the right match?
Everyone except the traveler gets to discuss which of the 4 postcards is the best match. Remember, the traveler didn't get to see the other postcards before they wrote their message, so more than one postcard may seem like a good match.
At any point in the discussion, the postmaster can make a guess by stamping the postcard they think is the best match. While the other players can offer advice, the postmaster alone gets to make the final decision, even if it goes against the group consensus.
Being postmaster can be a lot of responsibility, but it sure is fun to stamp those postcards.
Now, the active player says whether the postmaster stamped the right postcard. If so, great! The traveler gets to discard their postcards, retrieve their stamp token, and take the postmaster stamp. They're the new postmaster.
But if the postmaster guessed wrong, well, that postcard goes into the dead letter office. This is how we score the game. The fewer postcards in the dead letter office, the better your score.
Keep guessing until you find the right match. All wrong guesses go in the dead letter office.
The game goes for 2 rounds. Then count up the postcards in the dead letter office to see how well you did. Ah, nuts. I think I'm a stamp licker again.
And that's Picture Postcards.
We love fun party games like Apples to Apples, Codenames, and Dixit, and Picture Postcards fits into that tradition of family-style games.
In playtesting at PAX Unplugged, Unpub Baltimore, and Granite Games Summit, testers found Picture Postcards stood on its own because of the cooperative nature of the game as well as how accessible it is to all ages.
I think everyone's favorite part of the game,
Besides stamping the postcards,
are the discussions that happen when trying to match postcard locations with the word cards.
you hear stories about where people have been, trips they've taken, or places they grew up.
You can also do a little daydreaming about places you might want to visit someday.
I'm not sure I'm dreaming about the Mall of America.
Hey, that's all right. There's a big world out there, and we hope Picture Postcards helps connect players to it.
Thanks for learning about our game, Picture Postcards. Feel free to contact us with any questions.